Hey, good day to all of you. My name is Blair and welcome to another OS operating system. Today we're gonna take a look into our Linux Mint 21.2. This is the latest version of Linux Mint and this is the Cinnamon edition. And this is the latest, and I have already upgraded my desktop, which is right now. I'll show you. Let me make it big so that you can see this one. I'll neo fetch it. It is now Linux Mint 21.2 with the kernel 5.15, and it is up for 30 minutes already. But of course, I'll be playing with this computer right now. This is on my IdealPad Lenovo. It is IdealPad 3 by Lenovo with the Iris Xe GPU. So I have the Intel together with the Intel CPU with i5 11th generation, and this is on the Cinnamon desktop environment with version 5.8.4. and of course I'll be having this go through, and this is our first look into this Linux Mint. So as you can see, this is the desktop, but of course I changed the background already. So let's go to the Firefox first. So this is their website, linuxmint.com, and in their front page they have the Victoria, which is the Linux Mint 21.2, and it is available download already. This is their recommendation. You still have the LMDE5, which is their Debian version. So let's take a look into this old version so that you can have the current support and the long time support and their previous version. So as you can see, they have this Victoria, the version 21.2. it is up until April 2027, just like with their previous, like the Vanessa and the Vera version, the 21 and the 21.1, all with their Cinnamon, Mate, and FXCE, while some of the previous 20 version will end up until April of 2025. So that is their website. If you have some question and if you want to dig into their information, please go to the website. It's linuxmint.com. So let's go to the settings. Let's go for the background first. I already opened the background. So as you can see, they have a lot of background retained, and especially the Victoria. So they're the same with the Vanessa and Vera, and of course the Linux Mint wallpaper. But let's get into this Victoria, which is I'm curious, what are the new Linux Mint wallpaper background? So we have the orchid. Okay, it's kind of cool. We have the rose, the pink rose. We also have the interior design. Cool. Grease. Oh, too much white. My eyes. We have also the Italy. Ooh, I love this one. Estonia. Yeah, I love this one. It's a little bit like miniature, but it's okay. We have the computer retro, fireworks, and at the same time on the other side. Let's move. We have the ocean. Oh, it is really ocean. Row your boat. Where is row your boat? Oh, there it is. Row, row, row your boat. We have Japan. It's still cool. We have Morocco. Red Mountain. Curtain. Field. smoke. Okay. How about this one? The Vietnam restaurant or home or something. Kind of cool. Reminiscent of the Vietnam during the Vietnam before it was having some war, and the relics, it's already there. And pink and blue turquoise. Dubai. Oh my gosh, it is really hot and beautiful at the same time. Switzerland. And we have the Hepatica. And of course you can also put your pictures on the picture folder. Okay, let's go to our themes. There's a lot of difference with the theme right now in the Linux Mint 21.2, which is they have the old version, which has a lot of settings, and it is not like simple to change because you have the mix. This one is a little bit okay already. Let me see if you could still, oh, there it is. So they still have the advance, which is, yeah, if you have the advance you could change this one as much as you like, but of course you have to have a great knowledge so that you will not be lost. You will not be lost with this different types of layouts, icons, application buttons, even their pointer, and you could add also some popularity and some latest available updates. We have 75 themes right here. You can download if you want to. Just click this button, download, and you have also the dark mode, preferred dark mode settings. So let's go back to the simple settings. It is much better. So let's go to the effects. Also we have all the effects. You can change your window animation if it is faster or slower, and at the same time you also have some window effects. I don't know, oh, it's not wobbling yet. Let me see if I could change the wobbling thing. Kinda cool if you have some wobbling thing. We have the transparent. Let's download that one. I love the transparent, and also the cube. Switching from one. Oh, here we are, the download for the wobbly thing. I couldn't remember if this one or this one. Let's just download this one. Okay, let's add. Oh, love it. Okay, that is much better. Of course, the cube. Let me see. Of course, let's transparent that one so that we have the nice look of this transparent. System monitor. Let me see. We have the simplified system monitor. Let's install that one. I have my system monitor right here. I could see all of my 8-core CPU. Oh yeah, let me show you how to change the display, because some of you got have some problem with the display, so you have to drop down right here and then change if you are using 1080 resolution, so you have to click this one. So now let's go to the application. What is their default application in the Victoria Linux Mint 21.2? So let's go to our application right here. We have all the application folder right here, but of course I gonna give you the by category, which is the accessories, application, graphics, internet, office, AC or the audio and visual, or the sound and video, and the administration and the preference. Let's go to the accessories. So on the accessories, we have the archive manager, the calculator, character maps, disk. So we have the document viewer for the PDF files. We have the font, We also have the image viewer notes on board, which is the keyboard. We also have the password and the keys. Redshift. We also have the screenshot. Of course, screenshot if the whole screen or selected like this one, or section by application. We have the text editor, the USB writer, and the formatter. The USB writer is for the bootable disk, to make your bootable disk. It is just like your Balena Etcher. And at the same time, you have the USB stick formatter. Is for just an ordinary, not to be a bootable disk, but it is just a storage. And we have the virtual key. If you don't have the keyboards and you only have the virtual key, that is your go-to. It's just like your Android, because your Android is also Linux. And the accessories, we also have the wire transfer, which is the Wallpaper. For the education, we have the Stellarium. The Stellarium is actually one of your best stargazing tool for your star maps. Let me go to my location right now. I am using the laptop, so we don't have any location. Konkan, Thailand. So let's go to our time zone, because it is exactly, what time is it? 6:53. So let's go around 1 hour. So let's go near around 8 o'clock. Okay. So as you can see in the southern, towards the center or the zenith, you can see later on at around 8 o'clock we have the Milky Way galaxy, our own Milky Way galaxy. But unfortunately, if you are here in Konkan, in the city proper, you cannot see it because we have so many light pollution. But if you are away from the light pollution, away from the city, you will have a beautiful skies. You can see all those stars, or even the Milky Way galaxy, if you don't have any light pollution. So that is so awesome. Okay, let us see, where is the Vega? Okay, Vega later on the northeast near the azimuth. Let's turn on the location. Yes, we could see the altitude and latitude. It is around 50 degrees, and that is the azimuth, and the altitude is 48 degrees. So it's near around that one. So cool. How about the Polaris? Polaris, of course, is always on the north. So as you can see, you have the Polaris always pointing in the north. This is very cool, right? It will take millions of years to move that Polaris star from the northern hemisphere. How about the southern hemisphere? Of course, you cannot see. Let's remove the Earth first. Let's remove the ground. Oh, the sun is over the horizon already. So if we put the ground, you cannot see the sun anymore. So it's just only reflecting through the atmosphere right now. As you can see, it is 4 minutes before 7 o'clock right now, because I have the first portion to take the video in the morning, and now it is around 7 p.m. Kind of cool, right? So this is the application in our education. Let's turn off this one so that we could go out from this application. So that is your education. Now for the graphics, we only have this scanner, drawing, and the pics, which is the viewer. So you also have the internet, which is, we have the default Firefox web browser. I download the Google Earth, which is later on we'll see how do you download Google Earth right here in Linux, because actually Google is actually using Linux. At the same time, Amazon is also using Linux. So actually Fire OS, Google, Android, your cell phone, your cell phone is actually Linux. Android is Linux. Your tablets are Linux. That's why Google and Amazon Fire are all Linux. So as you can see, I have this Google Earth Pro. I miss my hometown, Iloilo. Yes, I'm from the Philippines and from Panay Island, which is the fourth largest city in the Philippines. So yes, in the north we have Boracay over there. On the other side we have Isla de Gigantes right here. We have also Sicogon Island. You can see the airport there. Yes, they have the airport. We have flights over there direct. In Sicogon we don't have any airport there, but it is still beautiful. Let me see, how about in Boracay? We have airport in Boracay, but not in Boracay Island, but it is in Malay Aklan, which is in Katiklan. Of course, there's another airport, international airport. Of course, we have so many international airport in Panay Island. We also have the Kalibo International Airport. Here, another gateway towards our beautiful beaches in Iloilo, in Panay Island. And the biggest city in Panay Island, of course, is Iloilo, which is my hometown. In my hometown, Iloilo, actually, we also have the Guimaras Island. Beautiful beaches also. You can enjoy the beautiful beaches right here. Let me see, where is that another place? Alubihod, yeah, which is one of the best place right here. The Alubihod beach. We also have this. Where is that particular beach area? Oh my gosh, it's still not yet finished. Let's go to the particular clear day. Okay, there it is. So you also have this beautiful beaches right here in Andana. I have a picture there too. You have Puyo Wharf here inside. It is inside, so there's a lot of beaches right here. You can really enjoy in this area. So it's just only few steps away from my hometown, Iloilo. In the northwest we have Boracay, we have the northeast we have Isla Gigantes, and we have Sicogon, and in the south area we have Guimaras, and of course we also have beautiful beaches right here in Oton area. And of course in the western portion of Panay Island we have the whole Antique. So yeah, that is my hometown of Iloilo is located in Panay Island, which is so many beaches that you can enjoy. Yep, I'm so proud of it. So I really miss Iloilo, Philippines. So let's close the Google Earth. Let's go to our internet. We continue with, of course, with the web apps. The web apps is one of my best thing in Linux, because you can create your own web apps and then put it on your Linux. So cool, right? The default office, we have the LibreOffice right here, including the calendar and the library. We also have the sound and the video, which is our audio and video. We have the Audacity for the recorder and editing for your audio. and celluloid for your player. Of course, you have also the Hypnotics, which is the IPTV, and of course OBS, my open broadcast software studio, which is right now I'm using it for this recording. As you can see, this is recording right now. And rhythm box for the MP3 audio player. We have also the simple screen recorder. We also have the Spotify, which is one of my favorite to tune in to my music. Plus my, of course, my Alexa. I turn off the microphone. My Alexa actually over there. I turn off the microphone. I forgot the last time. I didn't turn off the microphone. When I talk about Alexa, she will just like answer me back. But right now, I turn off the microphone. So, also in my Alexa, I have the tune in. So every time I say Alexa, tune in to blah 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 music radio station that I have, so it will play. Of course, we have the VLC. What is VLC? VLC is a player, a capture, and at the same time a broadcast multimedia streamer. Now let's go to the administration, which is the backup tool, the disk usage analyzer, driver manager, and all the logs, statistics, printer, software manager, the software center, system monitor, system reports, terminal, and the software manager, which is where I upgraded my 21.1 to 21.2. So your system is updated. So let's close that one. Let's go back to the administration. So there you have it, all of my stuff, even my X sensor for the health of my hardware. For the preference, we have the accessibilities, we have the account details, network configuration, applets, which is I always did to my applets. Background for your desktop background wallpaper, of course your Bluetooth, color, time and date, this effects extension, firewall configuration, fonts, general information, hot corners, inputs, keyboards, language, mouse and touchpad, power, and all your preference right here. Even your system info, your system settings, themes, and so on. How did I download Google Earth? So let's look for Google Earth right here. Let's type Google. Okay, there you have it, Google Earth. You just click the installation if you didn't install, but I already installed it, so that is why it is showing me the removal. So let's try to see if we could download Git from the GitHub repository. So let's try to see. Launch photo P. Okay, there you have it. Our photo P is over here. Yay! So nice. So conclusion on this Linux Mint 21.2 Victoria. Is it good? Yes, of course. This is my number 2 OS with the kernel of GNU and Ubuntu. It is kind of cool. We have all those stuff, and at the same time it is easy for the newcomer to use this as their daily driver from Windows. As you can see, it is so easy to use this Linux Mint, and this is my second choice for my OS. My first choice is actually Big Linux because it really has all the function keys and all these volume keys and function keys for your brightness. It's always functioning properly, and even the newest GPU and CPU and laptop and all those stuff, actually the Big Linux is one of the best. Even it is based in Manjaro and Arch, because they have the notion of having the advanced user only, but Big Linux make it easy for all of you guys. It is just like an Android. And based on my experience, when I use the Aspire 7 of Acer with the CPU Ryzen 7 with the GPU NVIDIA GeForce and AMD, I don't have any problems with that one. Even in my Lenovo, my a little bit like older laptop computer, I have issues with all of my OS, especially on the brightness and the volume. But in Big Linux, I don't have any problem with my function keys. I have the brightness, I have the volume controls, I have all of those stuff without any problem. So that is why my number one is always Big Linux. Then it is Linux Mint, which is right now I'm still using Linux Mint on my as my daily driver. And at the same time, I also use the third OS, which is the KDE Neon Plasma 5.27. And of course is Ubuntu and Pop OS. They're a little bit like equal on both sides. Pop OS a little bit like older, but at the same time it is really stable, while Ubuntu, it is new. It has a lot of issues like printer, scanner, something like that, but in the sense of education, no problem, because if you are an educator and a student, you need all those stuff, you are perfectly fine. So anyway, that is my conclusion. It is my second best OS in the GNU Linux kernel operating system. So Big Linux, number one. Linux Mint, number two. Number three, KDE. So that is it for now for our OS operating system, the new 21.2 Victoria from Linux Mint. So, yep. If you wanted to go to their website, download the ISO and put it on Balena Etcher and create the bootable USB, reboot your system, computer, and of course install it alongside with your existing OS, which is Windows. So I advise, probably if you are a new user, please don't erase your Windows OS first. You have to get along with these two systems until you finally knows the in and outs of those systems. Just like if you are transitioning to the Mac OS from the Apple computers. So the transition is hard, but if you get along with it, there's no problem with it. Just like when you use your Android Linux. Of course, Android are Linux. They're using the Linux kernel. So that's it for now. I'm Blair saying bye for now and see you in the next episode. And remember that science means knowing. That is why science is cool. Ciao.